Hello there, a very good evening and welcome to Prime TV News with me, Bhakti Abe Surya. To begin with, let's take a look at the stories making headlines this evening. The President says that a program will be launched to get the direct contribution of graduates to the economy. The Prime Minister emphasizes that the present government will not sign any agreement harmful to the country. The European Union decides to grant GSP Plus concessions up to 2023. The Commissioner General of Inland Revenue says that a special program will be implemented to provide benefits of tax concessions to the public. In news from overseas, Prince Harry and Meghan drop royal duties and his and her Royal Highness titles. And now for the news in detail. First up in local news, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa says that a program will be launched to get the direct contribution to the economy of the graduates who are expecting employment. The President said this when he met a group representing graduates who are expecting employment. He met them at the Presidential Secretariat today. Information has been gathered on the vacancies prevailing at state, semi-state and departments. It is expected to provide a proper training on leadership and knowledge about the public service. The President said that his aim is to create a public servant who is accountable to the public. Several parliamentarians were present on the occasion. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa says that it is surprising to note that the present opposition leader, who did not oppose when the United National Party government was hiding and trying to sign the MCC agreement from the Parliament and the public, is instructing the present government about the agreement. The Prime Minister has mentioned this in a special statement. Many in the United National Party say that the MCC agreement should be torn. However, Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa has recalled the deputy leader of the UNP and a cabinet member, and the present opposition leader did not say anything when the plans were made to sign the agreement suddenly. The Prime Minister pointed out that he issued a statement at that time and said it was not ethical to sign the MCC agreement. The Prime Minister has pointed out that he mentioned the party which gets the people's mandate following the presidential election should decide about the matter. The Prime Minister has recalled the fast conducted by Venerable Ududumbara Kashyapatera to prevent the effort when the United National Party government arbitrarily tried to sign the agreement. Prime Minister Rajapaksa has said that it is surprising to note that opposition leader Sajith Premadasa, who remains silent on all those occasions, giving instructions to the present government about the agreement. He has emphasized that the present government will not sign any agreement that is harmful to the country. The European Union has decided to grant the GSP Plus concessions up to 2023. Although Sri Lanka is an upper middle income country, the European Union have extended the facility taken into account the present situation in the country. It has been decided during a meeting between Minister Prasanna Ranatunga and the European Union representatives. Deputy Chairman of the European Union Sri Lanka Maldives delegation and the head of political trade and communication, Thorsten Bergfred, and European Union members attended the discussion. According to the new reports of the World Bank, Sri Lanka has become an upper middle income country. European Union representatives said that although the GSP Plus concessions were made limited to such countries, they decided to extend the facility considering Sri Lanka's present situation. The European Union has commended the present political stability in the country, ensuring national security, giving tax concessions and creating a business-friendly environment. It was mentioned during the discussions that 60% of local apparels is exported to European countries. The Deputy Chairman of the European Union said that European Union members are willing to invest in the country. They requested to recommence Sri Lankan airline services to the European Union countries. Minister Prasanna Ranatunga said that attention has been paid to promote the airline. A special program is implemented to create an efficient public service, technological production methods and a trained workforce. Accordingly, the minister said that the government has prepared a streamlined program to get maximum benefits of the GSP Plus facility during the next few years. In more local news, Commissioner General of Inland Revenue Nadun Guruge says that a special program will be implemented to provide benefits of tax concessions to the public on the instructions of the President. He said this during a discussion to brief on the new tax concessions. Commissioner General of Inland Revenue Nadun Guruge said that they have received complaints that public has not got the benefit of tax concessions. He said that the President instructed them to conduct an investigation and to take measures to provide the benefits to the public. The nation building tax, withholding tax and pay tax were abolished. VAT should be paid only by organizations which have a turnover of 300 million rupees. If VAT is not registered, such an organization cannot collect VAT. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa handed over the funds allocated for Christmas carols to His Eminence Archbishop Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit. The 3 million rupees allocated for Christmas carols was handed over to the Archbishop at the Presidential Secretariat. Although the funds were allocated for the Christmas carols, it was decided to spend the money on the welfare of those who were affected by the Easter Sunday attacks. Coordinating Secretary of the Archbishop, Ivan Vitana Gamage, accepted the funds. President's advisor, Lalit Weeratunga, and Presidential Advisor on International Affairs, Admiral Jayanath Kolambage, were present on the occasion. Minister Dinesh Gunawardena says that international leaders have confidence about the government's development program. He said that many foreign countries have agreed to provide assistance for future development activities. Minister Dinesh Gunawardena said that the international community has confidence about the ability to accelerate the development. He said that the leaders from the foreign countries expressed their belief when they met the President. The minister said this while attending a function to distribute equipment for welfare associations at Homagama Godagama area. A large group of people were present on the occasion. MP Nalinda Jayatissa says Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna will become the governing party at the forthcoming general election. He said that the crisis in the United National Party will not be solved. He was speaking at a function in Horana. MP Nalinda Jayatissa said that 6.9 million people voted for Gotabaya Rajapaksa at the presidential election, and according to the normal pattern in the country, the party which wins the presidential election will also win the general election. Therefore, at the forthcoming election, a government will be formed which will make a cabinet with Mahinda Rajapaksa as the Prime Minister. He said that if Gotabaya Rajapaksa was made the president, he should be given the opportunity to govern with his people. He said the crisis in the United National Party will not be solved because Ranil Wickremesinghe or Sajith Premadasa will not give up their efforts. Meanwhile, JVP Politburo member K.D. Lalkantha has pointed out that the country needs a strong opposition following the general election. He expressed those views during a committee meeting of the party in Kandy. Politburo member K.D. Lalkantha said that the United National Party will not come into power. He said that the country needs a strong opposition and therefore the people should gather around the Janata Vimukti Peramuna. In news still here at home, Senior Deputy Chairman of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, Professor Rohana Lakshman Piyadasa says that removing of former President Chandrika Kumanatunga from the Attanagala seat organizer post is an important decision taken for the future of the party. Professor Rohana Lakshman Piyadasa said that Mrs. Kumanatunga held a special convention in support of Sajith Premadasa with the presence of former ministers such as Rajitha Senaratne and Mangala Samaravira. He said that the party decided to suspend her organizer post along with other party activists who attended the function. He said that Mrs. Sirimavu Bandarnayaka had taken action against Anura Bandarnayaka and Chandrika Kumanatunga. He said that during the last local government election, Horagolla seat has polled only 5 votes. Meanwhile, MP Shanta Bandara said that Sri Lanka Freedom Party will contest the forthcoming general election with the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna without any difference. He mentioned this following a function in Kurunegala. MP Shanta Bandara said that Sri Lanka Freedom Party and the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna will contest together as one for the future of the country. State Minister Indika Anuruddha says that employment of about 100,000 who would be recruited to the public service will be made secured. He said this while attending the annual meeting of technical officers of the National Housing Development Authority. State Minister Indika Anuruddha said that employment will be provided according to the qualifications but not on politics. He said that it will be done according to the laws without causing any injustice. Minister Bandula Gunawardena says that steps will be taken to upgrade the local university system to international standards to minimize the number of students leaving annually for foreign education. The minister expressed these views while on an observation tour of the Diyagama Technological Faculty. The minister went to the technological faculty at Homagama Diyagama and looked into its activities. He held discussions with the officials about prevailing problems at the faculty. Dr. Sunil Jayanta Navaratna, who is the competent authority of the technological faculty, was present on the occasion. Meanwhile, Minister Pavitra Wanyarachi made an observation tour to look into the development of hospitals in the Ratnapura district and their facilities. Equipment to the value of 300 million rupees was handed over to the Ratnapura Teaching Hospital. Minister S.M. Chandrasena says that the Vilpattu National Wildlife Park will be developed under the program to increase annual income of the tourism industry up to 10 billion rupees. The minister mentioned this after making an inspection tour of the Vilpattu National Wildlife Park. The Presidential Commission to inquire into the Easter Sunday attacks continued to record evidence today. An individual who was under the custody of the Terrorist Investigations Division gave evidence before the Commission today. The Presidential Commission did not give any information about him to the media. The individual who gave evidence yesterday before the Presidential Commission has been called today as well. The individual had requested not to give his statement to the media. Therefore, no information about his statements was issued to the media. Giving evidence yesterday, he said that Zaharan Hashim, who is connected to the attack, learned to manufacture bombs through an explanation of a police officer on manufacturing bombs over the media. Finally, in local news, a Buddhist monk has passed away after the van he was travelling along with 7 other Buddhist monks of Hungama, Hatalagala Rajamahaviharaya was fired upon. Hungama police said that a 22-year-old Buddhist monk has passed away following the incident. When the traffic police officers of the Hungama police, who chased a motorcyclist to arrest him, were trying to take him into custody, the firearm of the policeman had accidentally fired at the van. The injured Buddhist monk has passed away after being admitted to the Agunukola Palace Hospital. With that, we wrap up our today's edition of Prime TV News. For details of these stories and for more, you can log on to our website www.itnews.lk. Thank you for joining me. Bye for now and have a pleasant evening.